Another update on Angus, the 49 Chevy. She is rust converted. Or he is. Almost ran out. I used my whole month's budget on rust converter. Looks like a puddle. But this one, the trunk, I went over it with rust converter and then farm implement paint. This baby is stripped out. So I got some material. I think I'm going to change the door cards out and the back panels. That back panel has some bad smells to it over there, I'll bet. There was a mouse nest hole in it. Yeah, might as well replace them. I'm going to find some kind of material to cut the door card out of. Might try to recover these. The other one's not bad, but found these materials here in the sales bin, of all places. I think I'm going to go with these two and maybe a splash of this for the door cards and the back panels. I don't know. We'll do a test swatch one of these days. But I'm glad I found those because I was inspired to pull the door cards off and finish the interior, kind of. At least get the smell out of it. Something was chewing on it over there. I think a raccoon got in here through, there was a hole in the broken back window at one point. Yeah, I'll bet there's mouse nests behind the door cards or the interior panels. But that's kind of all I got going on that I can think of. I was spraying rust converter and getting those door panels, thinking about those quite a bit. Might as well. Not sure what I'm going to put on the floor yet for carpet or covering. Thought about going with some 3-inch shag with a diamond spinning ball up there, you know, a mirror ball. Oh yeah, I was digging under the dashboard. Since I had the front seat out, I decided to check out the wiring. And I got under there and found these cables rubbing on that electrical box and shorting out on the radio. These two go to the fog light switch, all disconnected. There's also a dome light, or a courtesy light, right there. But the main thing was to get those cables off of that, and I was able to replace the fuse in the radio, and I got the tubes to light up under the dash there, so I didn't hear any sound. I don't know if there's a speaker in there or not. Just skipping around to different things here and there. I get bored with one thing, I start moving on to another, and it all needs to be done. For some reason, in the camera it doesn't look like a very good covering, but in person it does look like a good covering. But I'll bet once I roll it out into the sun, I'm going to see that I need to invest in some more. Or maybe I'll just call it good. I don't know. It's not going to get wet again. I'm not replacing the door and window seals. So I might just leave her as is. Cover it with carpet or sound pad. I don't know. On these Jeep seats, I was able to, on the driver's seat over there, I was able to bend this tab flat out, bend these tabs down. I bent these tabs down, bent these tabs out, bent that tab out, did the same over there so that it would fit the contour of the floorboard. So the seats will fit, they'll bolt right through here and right up here, and then I'll have to make a bracket going over and up to catch the other bolt hole. But maybe I'd show it to you without doing anything stupid, breaking something. But I just bent those at the contour of the floorboard. Flattened that one out, drilled holes, threw bolts in to make sure it would center up, and worked out really good. Here's the oil filter. It was rusted in there. So I think I'm just gonna buy a basket at the parts store to put in there. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I was vacuuming away over on the other side and vacuuming the rust out of the floor holes. And I vacuumed away the frame. I was vacuuming big old chunks of dirt and gravel dust out of here. It was piled up, and all of a sudden it disappeared. It just fell through. I don't know what I can show you up here. Still kind of messy, but yeah. Anyway, don't need that. Not gonna take it off road. This makes me want to throw a roll cage and a V8 in it. 4 on the floor. And race it. Oh, no, we don't do that. Anyway, I think that's the update. That's the update. I'm gonna throw these bags of charcoal in it and just leave it sealed up for days. I'm gonna throw towels over the holes, cover it with blankets so the seals get covered, and just leave it sit with that charcoal and fresh converter. And we'll see if that gets rid of some of the smell out of the headliner. I don't want to touch that headliner. I mean, I sprayed Lysol on the door panels to try and get some smell out of them, and it did pretty good. I mean, you can smell just Lysol this morning when I opened it. Need to get another dome light cover. I've been watching this kid on YouTube, 125 and still alive. He's rebuilding a 40